is return to fundamentals, return to basics, direct power football, and as a result, they've returned to winning ways. But I know that you want to talk about one of the key players for the Bulldogs.
Man is Sam Perrott, the man anointed by Des Hasler to take over from Ben Barber when he departed the club. That was after there was conjecture that maybe Kristen Inu would drop back, Josh Morris, even a whisper that Jared Hayne might be approached. Now, what we knew about Sam Perrott then was that he was excellent under the high ball, a very, very good dummy half runner and extremely experienced. What we didn't know is how he would fit into what is an evolving Bulldogs attack. Now, as we're about to see, he slotted in perfectly and built up a great relationship, especially with Josh Reynolds. Now, the Bulldogs' attack has changed. It's not just the forwards linking with the backs these days. They use many more decoys. And as we see here against the Roosters, quite a standard play. In fact, it's a Roosters play against the Tricolours. The two forwards going through, on this occasion, Josh Jackson and Aidan Tolman. Josh Reynolds finds Sam Perrott and they create a 3-on-2 overlap. Now they all have to do is utilise that, and they do that by going through the hands, and Chase Stanley is able to score in the corner. Last week, a similar setup against the Warriors. We see here the two decoys going through, Tim Brown and Tony Williams on this occasion. Again, Josh Reynolds will find Sam Perrott. It is a 3-on-2. They're deeper this time, but Perrott realises he's outside his man in Thomas Lulawai and is smart enough to know that he can actually slide through the hole that has been left and get across and score himself. Now, I love the subtleties that the Bulldogs use. It's not always two decoys. They'll actually use three on occasions. The first man generally through is James Graham, and we'll see Josh Reynolds come from behind to play the ball. Graham goes through. We see this second decoy will come back under Josh Reynolds, and Josh Jackson will stay wide. Keep an eye on him because he stays alive. Now, they create a 3-on-2 overlap. Will Chambers is in all sorts of trouble because Tim Laffey will get the ball on the outside. He'll slide between the winger and the centre, step back, and Josh Jackson, who has supported after being a decoy, will score the try. Really nice play. And again, we see it here. James Graham going through, David Clemmer will come back in underneath, Tony Williams will stay wide, keeping the edge defenders. Now, when Sam Perrott gets the football, they haven't created an overlap because it's a compressed Warriors defence and all eyes are at Sam Perrott. Now, good fullbacks realise what pass needs to be thrown, and he throws the right pass to Corey Thompson down the outside. The kick goes in. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, it just goes dead, but they created space. Now, it's not all about the right-hand side when it comes to Sam Perrott. They'll use him on the left as well, and this is a nice play going through Trent Hodkinson. And the two lead men used on this occasion will always attract attention when they're near the football. That's Tony Williams and Josh Morris. Perrott around the back. Mahe Fanua, he's not leaving his man alone. He comes into Josh Morris. So when Perrott gets the football, he's into good space on the outside. Fortunately for Melbourne, Cooper Cronk had the speed to come across. And keep an eye out how many times Sam Perrott locks into the scrum. He does so on this occasion. They've got two 5'8s here. Now, I love a runaround. You can imagine how I feel about a double runaround. Eventually, Sam Perrott gets the football back. And on this occasion, instead of the 6 passing to the one passes to the 6. And Josh Reynolds is in some space out there. Just a nice variation. And again, keeping the opposition on their toes. So he slotted in perfectly, certainly justifying the decision by coach Des Hasler to hand him the #1 jersey. And Lara is going to be